Welcome to Mousehold Heath, which lies to the northeast of the medieval city boundary of Norwich. Mousehold Heath currently measures 184 acres, but as Faden's map from 1797 shows, it originally extended much further, which explains the name of Blowfield Heath and the existence of Mousehold Farm several miles from the city near Heath. The City Council manages Mousehold for the advantage of lawful recreation, and trams facilitated this during summer months in the early part of the 20th century. Trams ran as far as what is now Zax. However, towards the end of World War I, an extension was laid which enabled supplies to be taken between Mousehold Aerodrome and Thorpe Station. It left Gurney Road at its final bend, and the tram route is still visible, winding its way through the upper part of Mousehold to an exit opposite what is now Home Base. This is a similar view from 1933. RAF Mousehold Heath had been established during the First World War, and in 1933 it became the site of the first Norwich airport. During the Second World War it was used as a dummy airfield. Open Academy and the Heartsease estate now occupy much of the site. There was a plane crash near Mousehold Avenue in 1942, marked by this memorial. The circumstances were uncertain, but the plane had been hit. It's possible it was trying to crash land at the dummy airfield. The legacy of the airfield is recalled by this road name on the other side of Plumstead Road. Let's have a quick look at a mid-20th century map to illustrate two things we've seen and two that we will be seeing in this video. Firstly, the trail of the tram track, and then the location of the aerodrome. We've still to look at the site of an old chapel, but next, by a process of deduction and anecdotal evidence, this is the site of a prisoner of war camp. Everything points to it being here, on the playing field opposite Open Academy's main site. This article about the closure of the camp has one of the prisoners, Hans Dietrich, complimenting the hospitality they received in the city. Here is another view of the area that the camp occupied. William of Norwich was a 12-year-old boy murdered in the year 1144. His death was unsolved and he was acclaimed a saint with a chapel consecrated to him. The chapel was demolished during the Reformation in the 16th century, and its remains are listed as a scheduled monument, nationally important archaeological site. Mousehold has long been a place for sport and recreation. There was a race course in use between 1838 and 1876, remembered by this road name, and also the racecourse pub, which is actually on the site of the original grandstand. There were also 4 football pitches on Mousehold, the Fountain Ground with its original pavilion now being Zax, Wingfield with just a rusty goalpost left. This is Britannia Barracks, and finally Gilman Road through the ages, this from 1931, an action shop from the 1980s, and looking a bit forlorn today. In the 1970s, Norwich City used Mousehold Heath for training, and here is club legend Duncan Forbes doing just that. As for the story of Robert Kett, that can have a video of its own at some point.